Nice. Okay, we're going to clone before, and we're going to keep the firecracker distracted. Bats, bats. Nice. The bats blocked for the firecracker, so now he can't do anything about that clone. Let's go, because the bar barrel's late. Dude, those bats were so... It saved our push. It saved our push. Ooh, what is up, gamers? I just got 3 words to say. Clone is back. As you know, Evo Skeleton Barrel is pretty broken. Combine that with the Evo Witch and the clone, and honestly, this deck is really strong. And for those of you that have played Clash Royale for a while, clone has been bad for a very long time. So honestly, it's so fun to see a deck that actually works. And even if you don't have Evo Skeleton Barrel, this deck can still work, it's just not as strong. So all that being said, come along for the ride and I will show you how to utilize this deck and cheese your opponents. Anyone watching is that you please consider subscribing to my channel. It's free for you and it helps me so much, so thank you. And a double thank you to all of my channel members. I couldn't do it without you. Thanks for the support. And that's enough yapping from me. Let's get into the clone gameplay. All right, putting this nasty, diabolical clone deck to the test. First game, let's see what we can do. Just from testing, just from like playing off courting, because I like to do that before I use the decks. I already love this deck. I feel like it's good. It's so cheesy. One giant push can win you the whole game. Not literally giant, like one large push can win you the game. I had a feeling he was going to go E-Spirit. That's why I went for the Lumberjack. He's going to get good damage here. Not a whole lot I can do about that, TBH. So let's go ahead and support both sides here. The reason I did this is I want to rage up the Skeleton Barrel, and he just wasted his bar barrel, so I don't know how he's going to defend this. Yeah, late Hunter or something like that. When you play this deck, your motto has got to be like, you got to take damage. You got to crack an egg to make an omelet. That is like this deck to a T, especially because it's really expensive. So if you can survive single elixir and like be in one piece, like you're fine. You're doing an okay job. So kind of unfortunate start there. I don't know if I could have done much better. I guess I could have defended a little better there, but it is what it is. Okay, he could go in here. It wouldn't be a horrible play. It would be the opposite lane, and he doesn't have a fisherman, so we'll see. I doubt that he will. All right. Let's go ahead and drop a giant skeleton in the back here. We're going to have bats. Okay, nice. He chooses to do that. I don't think that's a horrible play. I'm scared to go Evo Witch just because of the threat of lightning. So instead, we're going to go like this. I want to bait out like spells or maybe go for a tower trade. Okay, he goes for the lightning. That's fine with me. We're going to support it like this. And then we're going to try and get away with cheap bats as best as we can. Bats don't get pushed back. And if he does go for the E-Spirit, he's going to be forced to tower trade. Nice. Okay, so we get the giant skeleton bomb, and we get way more damage than he did, right? We get the giant skeleton bomb, and we get the whole tower, so we didn't even have to use the clone in that situation. You just need to know when you can take damage. It's like the best way I can describe it. So the good news is he's probably going to take that tower, but what we're going to try and do is make him spend as much as possible to take that tower. That's what we want to do. So I'm not going to give lightning value. I'm not going to do anything like that. I need him to spend at the bridge or more. See, he wants to put it into lightning range. We're not going to do that. You're going to have to spend. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I guess that's a spend. But now he can't lightning all of this, so that's fine. I guess it could be worse. Could be better. Okay, he wants to go for the fisherman. This will actually pull this in towards the radius of the tower. Damn near. Nice. I'm debating cloning this. I think I'm going to wait. I feel bad. Obviously, I'm playing a giant skeleton clone deck, but I only want to go for clones where they make sense. Okay, nice. We get a nice cannon cart lock there. I'm cool with that. Okay, why? Why would you spend 6 elixir right there? I don't agree with that decision at all. So what we can do is we're just going to go bats on that, basically. And then we're going to set up for a really good clone. Okay, now, just kidding. We actually have to defend this. All right, let's lock in here. Once the hunter locks on, we're going to go for a bats around. We're going to eat a little bit of damage, but not much compared to how much he's going to take on his crown tower. And now we can go in for the clone, and it's going to be really awkward for him to stop. So let's go like this. We're going to go giant skeleton barrel, and now we finally get to go for the clone because he just spammed us there. And we're going to go all out on supporting this. He just wasted the bar barrel. Arrows here onto everything, and my man's going to lose his entire tower. E-Spirit doesn't jump that many times, so I want to say relatively easy win there. There were some tough decisions that we had to make. We're going to hold it. I'll see you in the next one. All right, next match here against LeBron Juan. Kind of like LeBron James. Okay, we're going to see, depending on people's decks, you may or may not be able to go for clones as easily. So if they have good splash, if they have the E-Spirit, if they have Firecracker, they have Zap, sometimes it can be awkward for you to go in, you know, for the clones. Okay, so I do not like seeing Executioner. Just the nature of this deck, I don't think it's great for us. Okay, I go Cannon Cart there to just limit the damage. And I'm going to be a little bit aggressive here. I just like playing this deck in that way. Really good timing with him just cycling that bowler for us. I'm tempted to go for a clone. I don't think it's a good play just yet. Because he's already, yeah, I was going to say he's already in danger here, so that's fine. He gets for the Golden Knight. We take out the entire Golden Knight and damn near all of the guards. So let's get a Witch down here. Whenever you can cycle to your Evos, it makes sense to do so. We're going to go for the Witch, and I'll probably go for a Lumberjack as well off to the side. Just to keep my Witch, like, healthy-ish. Not as healthy as I would like her to be, but healthy-ish. Nice. We force out the NATO. Not a big deal. That bowler almost hit my tower. You almost saw your boy have an aneurysm. So he has NATO and Executioner. So right off the bat, horrible for me. Because the NATO can just kill the clones and Executioner just eats it up. So it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it too much. The one thing I have going for me is his deck seems kind of expensive. So let's go ahead and force out the Exy here. He doesn't have NATO. I feel like that's the best play for him in this situation. And we're going to immediately go Bats because he wasted his Exy. So you see how we kind of baited it, right? We're like, okay, we're going to force out the Exy. Now look at how much value our Bats get because of the Exy. So I think what might be a good play here is just sacking some damage and getting our Giant Skeleton down in front. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice. So we're going to sack a lot of damage. But this is going to be worth it because we can get a nice clone off more than likely. Let's go ahead and get it off here. Come on, we want the cannon cart. We want the Giant Skeleton. Come on. And the bomb is going to help get our Giant Skeleton on the tower, hopefully. Come on, come on, come on. Nah, that's not what I thought it was going to do. You're so close, you're so close. Come on, King. Yeah, nice. That actually got on the tower, so it did work out. And now we're kind of set to go opposite lane, which I'm cool with. All right, cool, cool, cool. Like I said, man, he just has great answers for clones, so in that essence, it's not great. I'm going to go Lumberjack to, like, kind of block the bridge here. Okay, since he went Exy, we're gonna get crazy here. We're gonna go like this. Nice, because Evo Witch is gonna carry. We're gonna clone everything. Nice, 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 nice. We cloned right as he went for the tornado. That was brilliant. Brilliant timing. Nice, 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 nice. Holy Golden Knight, bro. Okay, he still has to respond to that. We're just gonna go for a high Giant Skeleton. Cheese not super effective yet, but that's okay. And we did what we could. Dude, he has so many answers for the clone. I really want to win because of the BM, but obviously it's not looking good. All right, let's dig deep here. I can't really think of a better deck, like, to beat clone, to be completely honest. So we're just gonna have to be really, really cheesy. Okay, I know he wants to guards. Let's get this down here for the guards. I might have to go for, like, arrows on the guards, honestly. Let's go ahead and get ready here, see if he does it. Goes for the graveyard and the freeze. Okay. Bold strategy, Cotton. We can maybe delay the clone here. Last second clone. Nice-ish. Nice, bro. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me something. Giant Skeleton on the tower. Dude, that's so much damage. That's huge damage. Okay, it's not over. My man has Executioner Tornado, and he's somehow losing this matchup. I love it. Okay, we're going to chill here. I know he probably wants to go in for a graveyard. Let's block. Oh my god, that almost still hit my tower. We'll go. I'm not even phased, bro. I don't even care. All right, let's go like this. The reason is because now we're going to force out like a NATO or something. Okay, let's clone. Nice, 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 nice. Dude, that's so much barrel damage. It doesn't even matter if you have Executioner. Nice. And just like that. Dude, how do you lose that matchup? It's because this deck is really good. So a bit of a grind. I wish I could show you it was dominant every time, but you can win even against hard counters. We're going to hold it. I'll see you in the next one. All right, up here against Error 404. I'm going to see what we can do here. Hopefully get a little bit of a better matchup. It's funny, this deck is very polarizing. It's one of those decks where, like, if you have a good matchup, you just, like, automatically win. And obviously, if you have a bad matchup, it's hard. You kind of saw it last game. It kind of helped that guy low-key sucked. That was, like, my saving grace. So it'll be interesting. My man's rocking Boss Bandit. Fortunately, we have Witch. One of the best cards in the game against Boss Bandit, genuinely, just because it keeps spawning little cheap skeleton cards to cancel out the dash, which is nice. Yeah, not bad. I should have played the Witch earlier so we got more skeletons than we did. That would have been a little better for me. Let's go Bats here to clean this up. Pretty good reaction time on the Bats. Even with, what's it called? Chef Tower. Nice. I was trying to catch him off guard with those arrows, but it didn't work. I'm going to eat the Berserker damage. She does not as much damage as you would think for how fast her fire rate is. Okay, so Dark Goblin. Good to know. I'm still waiting to see what the splash cards are. Whenever you play this deck, you need to be looking, all right, what's their splash? How are they going to answer my clone? Those are the things you need to be thinking about. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, but I'm not going to. Lumberjack is still a threat, honestly, so I'm fine with that. Nice. He had to go for the bar barrel. All right, if he pressures opposite, I might ignore it. When you play clone decks, exactly. Ooh, that skeleton might save one shot, please. See, these decks are the art of ignorance. Like, what can you ignore when you run these decks? That's kind of what you got to think to yourself. Oh, sweet mother of arrows value. We'll take it. A little late on my arrows, but we took his tower. I didn't even need the... You don't even need the clone half the time, man. Let's go ahead and do it anyway. Just for shigs. Okay, bad clone. That clone is so bad. That clone is so bad. Might be. Don't do that. Don't do that, dude. I'm totally teaching you guys bad practices. Don't do a clone like that. You want to clone when you have everything alive and healthy. I just got greedy. I thought he had, like, no elixir, but... So, dude, cut that out. Editors, cut that out. That's a joke. I edit my own videos. Okay, let's just chill here. We can go Evo Witch in the back, or Witch to cycle to our Evo. We have our Evo Skeleton Barrel coming up. That's really when you want to be getting the clone off anyway. Okay, my man said spam, spam, spam. Thank you for the arrows value. We're going to take that all day. Nice. And now we're going to get ready to get an actual good clone off. Nice. Okay, we're going to clone before, and we're going to keep the firecracker distracted. Bats, bats. Nice. The bats blocked for the firecracker, so now he can't do anything about that clone. Let's go, because the bar barrel's late. Dude, those bats were so... It saved our push. It saved our push. Let's go, dude. That's huge for us. And all right, now we can witch into this lane, and there's really no way we lose from this position. So really, really well played to us. No glaze. Super happy with that. Let's go cannon cart in the pocket. Maybe we can get off another sneaky clone onto everything, and indeed we can. Dude, this deck is so much fun to play. When you can win with it, it just feels like you're dominating, like you're steamrolling. So that was another dominant game. One push is all it takes. I'm going to hold that dub. See you guys in the next one. All right, up here again, sweet. Sweet. Shout outs to Cristiano Ronaldo. I think that's like his shtick. All right. Chilling, chilling, chilling. Ooh, I'm going to take a King Tower activation here. Even if he's running Royal Giant or Expo, it's totally worth it. Super easy King Tower activation here. I think you should almost always go for that. It looks like it is probably going to be Royal Giant. Those two cards alone kind of tell me most of what I need to know. Hopefully he spends something else on this. Dope. We get the log out of hand. He might go for a Fisherman here. I wouldn't really care, to be honest. I think he's cycling to his Fish Boy. Those bats made sense because he didn't have the E-Spirit in cycle. Okay, he doesn't have his log. Nah, I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to let this go for now. That bomb will do a good job cleaning up the Hunter. And we can be ready for if he goes in for the RG with like a low cannon cart. I want to find out if he has lightning. He might lightning that. No, he doesn't. Okay. I like this play because it pulls the cannon cart close to the tower. So maybe it can lock on, you know what I'm saying? Nah. Okay, nice. Cannon cart locked onto the Fisherman, but unfortunately that Witch is going to go. Dang, that defended everything. Are you kidding me? Rip. He has really good answers. So his answers for clone, just by the looks of it, are the E-Spirit and the log. But doesn't have great aerial answers for the clone. Good to know. Okay, let's go ahead and go Lumberjack at the bridge here. Will be really easy for him to defend, though. I just kind of wanted to cycle something. Nice, Fish Boy. I don't think that'll activate. I was kind of scared about it at first, but we're all good. Let's get this Giant Skeleton ready and our bats if he goes in with an RG. He does not. It's fine with me. You can just go for a Monk here, but the Giant Skeleton is so annoying. It kills off so much of the push. I'm just going to let this go. I will actually arrows. I changed my mind because I want this bomb to finish off the Hunter, and I think if I arrows it now, it's actually going to finish that off. Nice. Now we can't really go for an RG push. All right. Against my better judgment, I'm going to go for the Witch and have my cannon cart ready if he goes in. Nice. That was actually really good timing. Really, really great timing. All right, I don't want him to know what lane I'm going into. Oh, pull the Giant Skeleton. Go on, pull the Giant Skeleton. Do it. Let's clone all this up. Nice. I missed the Giant Skeleton, but it honestly shouldn't matter. Nice, dude. Nice. He's going to log early? Surely. No, he got it off in time. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. That could have been better for us, but at the same time, not horrible. Okay, let's get another Witch down here. It's really awkward for him to find the timing to go in. At least I've noticed that. Let's go arrows. Yeah, I couldn't play a ground troop there. Nice. Weird log, honestly. I've seen better logs. Let's go Skeleton Barrel because he doesn't have log in hand. Yeah, he says good game. I agree. He used his log. Oh, clone, come on. No! Not the best timing on the clone because he went for the fireball, but he still doesn't have log or anything better in cycle, so we get a lot of damage there. It's not over, man. If he gets one good RG connection, he could totally win. Let's get this Lumberjack down. We're going to go for the speedy cannon cart strat. Maybe try and squeak it onto the tower. Except it didn't work. Yeah, Monk here is going to clean up our cannon cart, but that's all good. Alright, I do need to be careful here of a Royal Giant. I don't think it'd be great, but yeah, actually he can't because of the cannon cart. Alright, good decision making thus far. Let's go ahead and get our Evo Witch down. It's really annoying for him. Log. Nah, he doesn't log. That was the right play. Yeah. I need arrows in case he goes for like a E-Spirit or something. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, hold up, hold up. That was almost a choke. Cannon cart, what are you doing, brother? Hanging on by a thread right now. Nice. No E-Spirit. That's great from a clone perspective. Nope. My guy. You can't do that. No fireball. No fireball. You know we cloning that ish up. We going for arrows. Log prematurely, and this game is over. Nice. Okay. Kind of holding our own. Could have played a little better. Sometimes it's awkward with this deck, but that was a satisfying win. We'll see you in the next one. All right. Up here against Eren Yeager. 11k trophies. Let's see what we can do against the man. Anytime you can cycle your Evos for the starting play is great. I will 100% cycle my Evo and take a King Tower activation. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, gets the fireball off. It is what it is. So it kind of looks like Royal Giant or Expo. Both of those starting plays were something that I would expect to see like an Expo player do. Let's go Skeleton Barrel. I don't mind doing it in the back. Kind of forces them to like waste Elixir a lot of times or just like leak in order to defend it. Okay, gonna be Expo from the looks of it. Nice, let's do this. Try and get more value from my barrel and just honestly be annoying more than anything. The log comes down. I think that cannon cart might still lock. Nice, okay, we get the E-Spirit out. All right, let's go with Lumberjack. If he goes Expo, we can just go Giant Skeleton. Yeah, definitely an Expo deck. We don't have a big spell, but we do have a lot of just junk. All right, he might go in for the Expo here. I wouldn't be too surprised. Beautiful. Let's just go Giant Skeleton exactly like this. If he goes Archers, we can arrow. Yep, beautiful. Thanks for the arrows value. 100%. Not even thinking about it. All right, Bomb will at least blow up on the Expo, but he's going to get a small lock. I don't know if I could have done much better than that in that situation, though. All right, Expo, Schmexpo, Fireball and Log are their only splash. So if we can catch him lacking without those cards, we'll be in decent shape. I want to get to my Skeleton Barrel Evo, so once more, I'm going to cycle that all the way at the back. And we're going to leak a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go Witch like this, opposite the lane where he has the Fireball lead. Have my cannon cart ready for like a sneaky Expo at the bridge. Because he could Fireball that, but it's like probably not the best play. Oh, does that kill it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, yep. You're going to have to think again. He also just used both of his splash, so I'm going to go ahead and clone this up. Nice, and we get the Lumberjack on the tower and the Witch on the tower. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. You can catch them lacking, and one push like that is all that it takes a lot of the times. Beautiful. Nice. He doesn't have a Tesla, so he can't really go in for an Expo right now. Nice. This will keep that healthy. Dude, we're playing so well for such like an annoying matchup. Not necessarily a bad matchup, just annoying a little bit. All right. Giant Skeleton clogging that lane so we can cycle our Witch. I don't even care if he fireballs it. Dude, am I about to have to play a 5-minute game against Expo? Dude, please, someone give me a break. Someone tell me you're joking. Say psych right now. Nope, I don't think so. All right, let's clone it up. Clone it up, baby. Clone it up, baby. Oh, I love it. Look at all those skeletons. Look at all those skeletons. And the Evo Witch. Nice. Okay, beautiful. I know my man is not having fun right now. I guarantee it. Cannon cart ready if he goes in for the Expo. It finally feels good to have, like, a good matchup, especially against, like, a bloody Expo deck. Okay. It's fine. He goes for his spells. I don't care. I don't care, donkey. Like, he hasn't even been able to go in for an Expo, which is super satisfying. Oh, thank you for the arrows value. We'll definitely take that. Oh, extreme arrows value. Almost no splash cards, but not quite. We're going to go for a clone because we're going to be cloning up a lot of things. Clone. Come on, cannon cart. Come on. Nah, doesn't work. But at this point, I don't know how on earth he would ever plan to break through with an Expo. Which opposite lane this time? Maybe he'll go cannon cart this lane. I have no idea. Okay. Low Giant Skeleton there. Finally, that goes for the Expo. Let's get our cannon cart down. We're going to get ready to arrows as well. Arrows because we needed to take out the archers. Oh, I shouldn't have given him fireball value there. That was my fault. Okay, he's going to get a small lock, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to be okay. Actually, no, he's not because Giant Skeleton. Let's go, dude. Giant Skeleton MVP. All right, cool. He's probably going to go for another Expo. Yep, exactly. Easy prediction. I could have told you that that was going to happen. Bad clone, horrible clone. Your boy's trying to sell the game, apparently. Oh, geez, Rick. Oh, geez, Rick. Come on, bats. Lovely. Don't tell me he's going to spell cycle me. Don't tell me. Two can play that game. He's going to spell cycle me. All right. You know what that means. You know what that means. Clone. And arrows. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Have a heart. Yeah, not today, Zerg. Not today with this spell cycle. I have to, bro. I have to. I have to. I have to. Let's go, dude. We almost choked it at the end. Satisfying to beat an Expo player. Sorry it took 5 minutes. We're going to hold it. And we're going to play one more. I didn't know likely our last match of the video. I think it is. Some of the games have gone long. Like that Expo game went really long. So we're going to try and end on a dub. Just kind of flexing the clone. We're going to go Giant Skeleton. Nah, I should have let that cross. That was a mistake. I just didn't want the Prince to dash. But like I said, that was just a little antsy. Skeleton Barrel here just to support this. Yeah, I'm glad I did not clone. That might lock on. No, okay. Oh, okay. A little bit of chip here. And the bomb gets on the tower. I got it, bro. I got to give him the well played. That was horrendously played. My man said good luck. I know. All right, we're going to wait here. Definitely worth getting the King Tower activated, in my opinion. I played it early. Fudge. Okay, we have to apply pressure. So let's go ahead and do so. And because he went for the pump, yeah, we're just going to take the tower. Nice. Nice, beautiful. Oh, that cannon cart might live. Nice, cannon cart lives. Cannon cart lives. That's huge. That's going to do so much damage. Nice, bro. Nice, nice, nice. Will we be able to defend is the question. I think we might just need to go for a massive clone push instead. Because like I don't think we will be able to defend. Alright, let's get the witch down. Giant Skeleton might be our saving grace. I don't know what he's running, like Golem or something diabolical like that. But kind of looks like Golem. I need to split up his push is what I need to do. Come on, keep my witch alive, please. No, why are we targeting the witch? Nice, nice, nice zap, Brody. Nice zap. The giant skeleton's still on the tower. And my witch is still 1 HP. Nice. Okay. Huge, 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 huge. My man's burning elixir. Nice. And that bomb's going to take care of the lumberjack. Beautiful. I just need to play around the Evo Electro Dragon. I have nothing for that. I have no big spell. I don't really count arrows, so we'll see. Yep, there is. Yeah. Basically, whatever lane he plays his Evo Skeleton Dragon in, we'll go in the opposite lane. Does that make sense? I am as if I'm going to get feedback from you. Like, I think he's going to support with it. I think. I don't know. That's what I would do. Yeah, he does. Okay, perfect. Because now we can pressure opposite, because we can't defend that. Like, we just genuinely can't. So we have to, like, spam, basically. And we have to hope for the best. Now that he goes for the NATO, now he can go for the clone. Beautiful. Beautiful damage. I'll take that. Yeah. Yeah, brother. Yeah, and now we can use the rest of the game to BM. Because arrows do 135. So now we can play the game like it's supposed to be played. And just spend the rest of the time going for BM. Yeah, we're going to flirt with danger, bro. We're going to flirt with danger. Yeah, yeah. You think you're going to 3-crown me, bro? It ain't going to happen. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. We're flirting with danger a little too much there. And we're going to catch y'all in the outro. And that's going to do it for today's video. This is the deck one more time. In case you want to take a screenshot, I'll also link it in the YouTube description. It's really fun. Honestly, clone is kind of difficult to play, but it's so worth it. If you can pull off like one of the satisfying clones, it literally just takes their tower in one push. So you saw a little bit of it today, but you also saw a little bit of the struggle. But it's so fun, and at the start of the season, you just want to do something different. So give this deck a try. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in another YouTube video real soon. Peace out!